races. It just seems to be some inconsistency with that 52 truck.
I'm going to disagree with you there, Larry.
This is going to be a theme, trust me.
Joined by our Busch Light Pole Award winner for tomorrow's Dixie Vodka 400 here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. We have William Byron, driver of the number 24 Liberty University Chevrolet with Hendrick Motorsports. We will go straight to questions for William. If you have a question, please raise your hand and we'll bring a mic to you. We'll start up front with Bob.
Bob Hockers, Fox Sports. I have two. First, how do you go from bottoming out every lap one week to being on the pole the next?
No doubt. Yeah, I'm glad we're not hitting the ground this week for sure. But, yeah, last week was tough. Didn't feel like we ever kind of got it figured out throughout the weekend, and we tried a lot of different things. But yeah, this week's been good, and felt like practice was – I was pretty happy with the car. Felt like I could move around. Got in some traffic. Felt like I could do some things there and pass somewhat. And, yeah, it's going to be a tough race, but, you know, our team loves this track, and it's a place that, you know, is of high importance, obviously, with the round of 8. So we try to bring our best here.
And with the penalties to Cole after Charlotte, to Bubba after last week, has NASCAR sent a message at all to drivers, and have those penalties changed at all kind of what your own personal line of what you would do?
Yeah, I think that everyone kind of has their own idea of how they race and react to things. I try to keep my emotions in check, you know, and just try to stay focused on the task. And tomorrow the task is just to try to run 40 or so laps on tires, and that's going to be difficult. You're going to be up against the fence and with a chance to hit it and things like that. So I'm just focused on that, try to block out all the other stuff. And but yeah, certainly I think NASCAR's kind of, you know, we know where they stand and know what they're willing to do. So yeah, I just try to race the way that I want to race and try not to get too emotional.
We're going to go to Holly and then Jerry.
Hi, William. Congratulations.
Thanks.
How big of a deal is it to start from the pole position here? What does this mean for you on Sunday?
I don't think it means a lot, honestly. I think anywhere in that top 10 would be a good place to start. Like, I think, you know, we could start first and not get stage points if we're not, you know, careful and we don't have the balance right and don't do the right things as a driver. So it's not really it's not like a guaranteed point gain or anything like that, but I would say the pit stall is good. I'm happy with that part of it. And just the momentum for the team. I think, you know, we've tried to get poles this year. We've come close, third, second, kind of all around that area. But it's nice to just kind of knock that off the list. And that's one of the things that you want to do going into a season is kind of win a pole. So it shows where our team is, and hopefully that's a good sign.
Jerry Jordan, KickingTheTires.net. As a recipient of one of NASCAR's retaliation penalties, we went back and looked at, you know, a lot of penalties similar to that in the past. And it's been a long time since anybody's been technically suspended. A lot of penalties, but the suspension, do you think that is a line in the sand? Do you know where your line is now? Where you know, this will be a fine, this will be a suspension? And because drivers are going to react to one another when they take them off on the track. Yeah,
every situation is different, I think. That's the biggest thing. But yeah, I think that, like I said, we know where they stand. We know what penalties are what, and we'll go forward.
And for you, getting out of here this week, going into Martinsville next weekend, what do you think that race will be like? Calm, chaotic?
Chaotic, I think, because you can't really pass. I mean, we had a good car there in the spring, and there were probably better cars than me on the long run that couldn't pass me. So yeah, I think it's going to be chaotic because you can't pass, and anywhere that you have a hard time passing, it's going to create chaos, or, you know, chaotic restarts, I should say. And people are going to do things that they know they have to do because you can't get the track position, you know, later in the run. So.
Any additional questions? We'll go back to Holly. Right here, Holly.
No worries.
Holly Kane with the NASCAR Wire Service. how do you feel about where things are in the points for you? Are you comfortable because you're still within, you know, reasonable reach of getting in there? Are you worried, calm? Everything is still status quo until you get to Martinsville?
Yeah, I'm just trying to be the same. I think it's good to be where we are in the position we're in, and I just try not to stress out. So just try to approach it the same, and I'm going to drive as hard as I can regardless of the situation, and I'm just going to rely on my team to make me situationally aware of kind of who I'm racing for what, and the easiest way to do it would just be to win, and that's what we try to do all the time, but definitely this time of year it's really critical.
Jerry Jordan kicking the tires, setting that again. So let's say you make the round of 4. Is this living your dream, and what pressure is that to you to go out there and try to bring home a championship? Because Hendrick has had the past 2.
I don't think it's any pressure. I think that the pressure would be if I was running 20th and my teammate was winning or something. So I think that just trying to, compete within kind of our, team and try to be the best that I can be is my ultimate goal. And so if it happens, it happens. If not, it doesn't. But if we're in the mix and we're where we are, that's all you can really ask for. And then you try to just execute the best you can in those situations. So it really just goes back to the studying that you do, the prep, and hopefully all those things kind of, equate to success. But you never know. But try to just put yourself in those positions as the first goal. And I don't think there's any pressure once you're in those positions.
Any additional questions for William? All right, William,
All right.
congratulations.
Thank
Good
you.
luck tomorrow.
Appreciate it.